Dhara Vase Ache Gauracha Ratna Singhasane Arati kare na Brahma Adi Deva Gane Narahari Adi Kore Chamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Basu Goshadigaya Sankha Baje Gantha Baje Baje Karatala Sankha Baje Gantha Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramarsala Sankha Bhaje Gantha Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje 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 Bhaje Sankha Bhaje Gantha Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Sankha Bhaje Gantha Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje baho koti chandrajini vadanayujvala gala deshe banamala ore jhalamala Shiva Shukhona Radha Preme Gada Gada Bhakti Vinada Dekhe Gaurar Sampada Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol.
शिष्यमाता भय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य शिष्यमत एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम नितिल सरस्वती शिष्यमत भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर शील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम नितिल अष्टतर शिष्यमत गौरीकृष्ण दास बाजी महाराज की जय ओम नितिल अष्टतर शिष्यमत भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय ओम नितिल अष्टतर शिष्यमत भक्ति जगन्नाथ दास बाजी महाराज की श्री वैष्णनाथन भट्ट रघुनाथ शिव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी जी की श्री श्री ब्रह्म माधव गौड़े गुरु परंपरा की श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि शिष्य पंच तत्व भगवान की श्री श्रीताय गौर सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा माधव जी की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र महारानी की श्री श्री लक्ष्मण सिंहदेव प्रहलाद सिंहदेव भगवान की श्री श्री कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदान तुलसी महारानी की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की वृंदा मथुरा धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामय जमुनामय की हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की नमाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की अनंत कटि वैष्णव वृंद की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Guru Gauranga, all glories to Prabhupada. Namaste Narasingaya.
Hiranyakasipu Vachai Shilatankanakalaye Ito neshimo parato neshimo Yata yata yam itato neshimo Bae neshimo elae neshimo elae Narasimhamadem charana prapade Narasimhamadem charana prapade Avakara kamala vrae natam Abhuta Sringa Dalita Hiranyakasipu Danabringa Desavarita Narare Rupa Jai Jagadish Harare Jai Jagadish Harare Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Nasringare Jaya Nasringare Jaya Nasringare Jaya Nasringare Jaya 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 Narahare Jaya Narahare Jaya Narahare Jaya Narahare Jaya 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 Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya 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 Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya 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 Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Jai Nrsimha Bhagavan ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Gaura Premanande Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. I'm sure for those of you who are familiar with our temple, you see a different arrangement here. Did anyone notice His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada's Murti over there? So did you notice that the speaker Vyasasan moved this side? No, nobody noticed it. So can the ladies, can you please get up and come on this side? And the men go on that side. And all the elderly people can sit on the chairs who cannot sit on the floor. And everybody else sit facing this way. And always leave space here. Don't put your back on Srila Prabhupada. A little bit of a space in front of him so that you can be respectful. I don't know why are they moving. So, if anyone comes through that door, please guide them so that now they know this new arrangement until, and also Naperville community being so young to, how to say, it has been quite, I wouldn't say it is really young, it has been more than 10, 20 years we are practicing, but we didn't have like a formal setup. So His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is here. So we always offer obeisances to Srila Prabhupada when we come to the temple with your left on the side of Srila Prabhupada, and then you come and offer your obeisances to their lordship, and that is the way of showing respect here. If any ladies come, please guide them this way, and the men can sit there. Is there anyone here for the first time? First time? Any first time visitors? Can you show your hands? And if so, please come and receive a small gift from us. So, there is anyone else? Please come. Let them come. It's Anu Malhotra and Bharat Malhotra are here. Where are they? Please give a warm welcome to Anu and Bharat. Please come and receive a gift from us. There is more books there. Can you play it? Thank you. There is another family. The same book. That's the same book. That's the same book. Same family. Thank you all for coming here. We have been conducting a series called a Summary Study of Bhagavad Gita. And today, His Grace Balaram Prasad Prabhu will be speaking on the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Please give him a warm welcome.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Radha Madhav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Itai Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Lam Gayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Welcome everyone. Today is this is the heart of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. As we all know, the middle six chapters is dealing more of bhakti. But this is the last chapter of bhakti. That is the 12th chapter. And the text, if you look at how many numbers of verses in this chapter, it is only 20. It's a small one. But everything is hidden in it. Even though it is small, there's so much hidden in it. Thank you for giving opportunity today to speak something. Please pray for me so that I can speak something at the right time and right words. Hare Krishna. This is our lotus feet of Radha Madhava. So we'll pray Radha Madhava so that we can all imbibe the services, what is given by Srila Prabhupada to all of us. Hare Krishna. So before last week, Yamuna Jivan Prabhu, Arudha Mataji and Gopala Hari Prabhu, wonderful discussion of universal form. It's a very, very good discussion. We need to understand what Virat Rup was, why Krishna showed the universal form, and what was, why it was shown first of all, and what happened to Arjuna after it was being shown, right? So it was a wonderful discussion 2 weeks ago. Now, I'll just do a quick recap of couple minutes. The request was from Arjuna because he saw in the 10th chapter around 80 opulences of Lord Krishna. And he wants to see, you have so much opulences, and and you're also telling a small energy of yours can display so many things. So can you show me that small form of yours? For him it is small, but for us not small. So that's the universal form which Krishna showed to Arjuna with a special eyes, special vision. It's not even given to anybody because Arjuna requested. He is a friend of Arjuna. Krishna is a friend of Arjuna. He was given that vision to see the Lord's form. And he was shown the universal form. And after that also he shown Krishna saw the time. What was that? Kala Chakra? Kala. Time, Krishna was the time as well because it is looking at the form, Arjuna was afraid of it. What is this? First he saw it's a beautiful form. Oh wow, everything is in it. Then after when Krishna says, I am the time, everybody is, all the living entity is getting into the mouth of Lord Krishna. It was very, my God, unbearable. I cannot see. Enough is enough. But he was also telling, you such a beautiful supremacy. My God, I was used to play with you. I used to call, hey Madhava, hey Krishna, what are you doing? Now I cannot do that because it's like our reverence. I cannot do that anymore. He was like, that difference came. I am so and so, Krishna is so and so. Then when he looked at all this, enough is enough for me. I'm not really afraid of this form. I don't want any more. Then Krishna showed him the Vaikuntha, which is 400 form. And then finally he showed the 200 form, which is Radha Shyamasundar Radha Madhava's form, if you look at it. Beautiful form. And now, looking at all this, now that form is disappeared. And now Arjuna asks a wonderful question. Arjuna knows it is not for him to ask, it's all for us. He is asking on behalf of us because sometimes we don't even know how to ask a question, what to ask a question. So Arjuna is asking a question to Arjuna so that it will address everybody's issues. And now in the key learnings of the chapter 12, it is said, what does Krishna guarantees? How can I serve Krishna without changing my lifestyle? And qualities which Krishna likes. What Krishna likes is important, right? Rather than what we like. So, as an overview, number 1, number 2, number 3, he's telling, bhakti is the best. Since it's a summary study, I'm not going to go to every verse of it. As an overview, from 12.1 to 12.7, it's actually bringing up, Krishna is bringing up and saying, Bhakti is the best. It's not one star or 2 star, it's 5 stars. How much ever you start looking at, before that I want to tell you one thing. If you go to any other books other than Srila Prabhupada's book, especially Bhagavad Gita, you cannot understand this chapter. Trust me. I read few Bhagavad Gitas. My uncle was a staunch follower of impersonal, and he used to go there, and when I go to ISKCON and somewhere else, see here, he showed me the light, a small frame with the light. He said, this is what you need to look at it. And he was following that person. I don't want to name him, but I read his Bhagavad Gita, a little bit of this chapter. I did not understand anything. But Srila Prabhupada is telling what exactly that means. The differences in various other Bhagavad Gita, you can't even make the difference. But in Srila Prabhupada is telling what is the best. There are various practices, various organizations, they are doing so many things. But what is the best? If you go to the other organization, they will say there is the best, but they don't know what is the best. They don't know. Because their realization is limited. That's why we are all here, because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. It's right here. And the number 2 from 12.8 to 12.12, it's talking about the progressive stages of devotion. And then 12.13 to 12.20, qualities that endear one to Krishna. What is more dear to Krishna? How can I be more dear to Krishna? Krishna says, this particular devotee is very, very dear to me. And we are all looking for that. How can I become dear to Krishna? So by acquiring some of the qualities. First of all, let's become a human being. And then become a gentleman. And then come there. But in order to become that, we don't have that qualification to become. If you look at it in the market, how many human beings, so-called human form, but there is no human being as a gentleman. Right? That's what we need to understand. But we are here just practicing devotion service. We can even acquire those qualities, none other than the human being or gentleman, become more than that. That's why we are here in ISKCON. So now, Arjuna asked the question. The first was, Arjuna uvacha, evam satata yuktaye bhaktastvam paryupasate ye chapi aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in devotion service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? So the unmanifested form means is a formless. So as I said, in other organization, they'll put the light there and then say, just focus on it, concentrate mind, fix your mind on that. Or void. Just close your eyes and don't think of anything, just void. How long do you think? The moment you close your eyes, you think about your wife, bank balance, money, car, this, that, etc. Then how do you even become void in it? I have no idea. So, but that's also a path. Krishna is telling it, this is also authorized. It is not that. It's for me, but Krishna says it's also authorized. They're also coming to Krishna, but they're not coming to Krishna directly, but they're indirectly. But it will take some time, not 1 year, 2 years. Bahunam janmanamante vasudeva sarvamiti sahatma sudurlabha. How many births, how many lifetimes? Millions of, we don't know. The person who focuses on the impersonal Brahman, what is their destination? They will go to Brahma Jyoti. It's just nothing but the spiritual sky. And they will there go there, they'll be in there forever. It is eternal, it is knowledge, that means Sat Chit, but there is no Ananda, which is no blissful. There is nothing there. And with the moment he thinks, how can I be here all alone? I want some relationship. If he even think a little bit, that's it, immediately he will come down again to the planet Earth. And then he thinks, again he does the same thing, then he again goes back there and comes down again. So, Bahu Nam Janmanam Ante Vasudeva Sarvamiti. To that stage, it's not easy. So, why do you need to take so difficult step? Instead, take a elevator, get there. If 12 stories building, I want to burn my cholesterol, yes, I can take a staircase one day, but next day, I'm done. So take elevator, have that energy so that you can do work in your office. Then the bhakti is the best. How it is best? Because devotees, and it's explaining in the few verses that devotees are perfect, worshipper of impersonal feature, and Krishna personally delivers the devotees. These three things talks about that in these future verses. Okay. Now what is the devotees are perfect? 12.2, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and always engage in the worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect. So it's already Krishna is declaring in 12.2, there is no other than that. Only a devotee can be perfect. That bhakti is the best. So now I'll quickly go through the comparison between an impersonalist person who is following the impersonal Brahman, unmanifested form of Krishna, and a devotee. He will meditate on the formless and meditate on the devotee form. You can look at the meditate on the deity form. The most important thing here is controlling the senses and engaging the senses. So here also we are controlling the senses. It doesn't mean that, Krishna devotees doesn't control their senses. Yeah, we have control. In such a way we have that senses, but we engage our senses in Krishna service. That's the only difference. It's not that, very nice smell, there is a kitchen, there are very nicely cooking, very nice, wow, it's tasty. But then impersonal person of the followers of impersonal Brahman, they will say, I don't want that smell anymore. Shut the door, please. I don't want to smell, I don't want anything, I don't want to eat. And they will be only on water, and they will be going to Himalayas, so on and so forth. They can do anything. But we are not like that. We'll sumptuously cook, we'll sumptuously eat the prasadam, nothing else. That means all our senses are engaged in Krishna service. So that's what controlling the senses. Rushikena sevanam bhakti ruchyate. And now it's very troublesome. How is it troublesome? How many paths? Look at this. There is no path, direct path. It's very troublesome. There is no direct route to go. So that's why we don't want to get there. But this is easy and natural, and no relationship with the Lord at all, because it's only void form. There is no formless. There is no relationship. But we look at it, we are here, coming, worshipping the deities, doing arati for the deities, abhishekam for the deities, dance with the deities. We are all dancing in front of the deities. We are having a party. Those things they don't have the party anymore. So, but depends, and then the impersonalist, it depends on our own endeavor. He has to struggle a lot. It's not easy. But Krishna develops the devotee. We don't have to struggle so much. We have to just follow a few things based on what spiritual master says. In that way, everything seems to be nice and clean. Now, that is a partial realization. This is our complete realization, which is, we know, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Prabhupada explains in the 3rd canto, if we have the cup of milk, somebody wants to see the milk, only the ice is in connection with the milk. Or you can understand that is the milk. And somebody's ears about, that means somebody talks about the milk, so he hears about the milk. The ears can hear about the milk, but he has no contact yet. And then somebody can smell the milk. That means his nose in contact with the milk, but he has not, just smell only. But what is the best way to taste the milk? When you drink, that the tongue can taste the milk, then he can completely be benefited. Just like that, only there is a partial realization. That means I want to follow the Brahman realization, means we want only Brahma Jyoti. It's still not complete, it's partial. Similarly, if whenever I want to get into a Xerox, you say in India is a Xerox copy. It's only a photocopy of Krishna, that means Paramatma in our heart. It's still that means once, suppose somebody gets into meditation and he realizes the Lord in the form of Paramatma in the heart, that is still that partial realization. But they're all in the path of Bhakti, looking at, path of Krishna, getting into the Krishna, but it's not a Bhakti, it's a partial again, right? Partial realization. But Bhagavan form is the complete realization. That's why we become a devotee, we can be with the devotees and get perfected. Okay, let's quickly go. And then the 5 it says, for those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the supreme advancement is very troublesome. To make this progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. But in the Vida Bhakti, in our devotee form, we have seen Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedam. You can see all those and even practice one of them, especially hearing and chanting, our life is successful. Okay? And the 7 talks about Krishna personally delivers the devotees. How? Having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pruta, from them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So Krishna is promising, it's not me, Srila Prabhupada, as a pure devotee, he has translated, given us a purport to understand. We are very grateful to Srila Prabhupada in that he is making all of us to become a devotee. We should be very grateful to that. So in the next section, which is progressive section, stages of devotion between 12.8 and 12.12, it's a ladder. If you look at the ladder, Krishna has given, this chapter shows about the options. If you are able to do this, please do this. If not, another option for you. This may be, this is better for you, don't worry. You can take the another option. So Krishna is giving so many options to still get into the path of bhakti. This is your summary. Progressive stages of devotion. The first is, mind should be fixed in Krishna. That means we'll live in relationship with Krishna. 12.9 will show the following. If not, you're not able to fix your mind on Krishna. Like I said, Srila Prabhupada is always engaged in activities of Krishna, is always thinking about Krishna. He is a pure devotee of the Lord. If whenever you think about 12.8, you just remember Srila Prabhupada. So can we all become Srila Prabhupada? It's difficult. He is the empowered soul of Krishna and is sent by Krishna. He is a Senapati, commander-in-chief. He came here just to uplift our consciousness, uplift us all the way from this material existence on a material world. And he is actually taking us, everybody, slowly one after the other. That's what it is, right? So can we become fixed in Krishna and always fix your mind on Krishna? Yes or no, it is difficult. So if not, he is giving the option of 12.9. If not, you're not Srila Prabhupada, then better follow the regulative principles in Sadhana Bhakti. That means develop desire to attain Krishna. Sadhana Bhakti, There are many things to say. I'll show you the slide. What Sadhana Bhakti means. If people doesn't know what Sadhana Bhakti, we'll get there. And if you are not able to do that, Krishna is giving another option. Work for Krishna. Will come to the stage of, this also will come to the stage of devotional service. If not, even that also is not possible for me, what can I do? Then 12.12 says, renunciation, cultivation of knowledge and meditation. Even that is not possible, I'm sorry, I cannot do anything much. So purification, peace, gradual development, these are all there. Okay? But somebody would have seen, where is the 11 here? Because it's not the progressive stage. Maybe all Bhakti Shastra candidates, they know, I don't know much. Here, the perfected devotional service. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of God, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. Krishna is telling, there is no doubt, just follow. Next one, as a sadhana bhakti. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of bhakti. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. You can see the picture. What are the devotional services? Think about Dhananjay Pandit Prabhu, Kanakabja Prabhu, they're all doing the seva every day, kirtan, archana. Go down the kitchen, people are working for Krishna in the kitchen. And the category here, I am there, honoring prasadam after the class, still that is also bhakti. That's also sadhana bhakti. And then cleaning, you'll see after the Sunday feast how many people are cleaning here. The temple room, kitchen, that is also Krishna bhakti. And then the preparation for cooking, etc., still that is also Krishna bhakti. So sadhana bhakti is easy. Just volunteering yourself for the service of Krishna. Next comes the follow the rule. If not, that is not possible, then follow the rules and regulations of bhakti, right? This is the process to purify the senses by guidance from the spiritual master. These are the rules and regulations of how to follow the bhakti. Okay? This is a quick overview. You can take the picture if you want to. You can read whatever. That you can follow the Srila Prabhupada's books. I'm giving only a summary study. And then in this rules and regulation, most important is Kali Kale Namarupe Krishna Avatar Nama Haite Haya Jarva Jagat Nistara. It says in this age of Kali, the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is the incarnation of the Lord Krishna. Simply by chanting the holy name, one associates with the Lord directly. Anyone who does this is certainly delivered. Krishna declared. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come for all of us. Krishna wants to teach us in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came as a practicing devotee, right? And to show all of us how to chant Hare Krishna, how to get blissful. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, we are all here. Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we are all here. And chanting Hare Krishna, that is our life and soul. The next comes the Karma Yoga, which is 12:10. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. This form, there are you see those all the prasadam packing, some of them from Ukraine, pictures from Ukraine you can see. Devotees are packing prasadam and distributing. And in the COVID time in India, there is so much prasadam was given. Some people may ask, hey, where is this money coming from? All of you. So most important thing is, the next slide, how do you work for Krishna? There is an event on May 15th. Hema Malini is coming. What was she? She was a Bollywood actress. Is she still? Of course. She has become the member of the parliament, serving the government. And after that, what happened to her? Mathura district. Today, she is serving the Mathura district as a member of parliament. She's not just an actress. She's getting into the stage of member of parliament and serving. And not only that, if you look at, if this is not possible, it is not possible, it is not, you can do the option. You can see the example of Hema Malini there, but because she's helping, becoming the member of parliament is not that. Now she's helping various ISKCON centers, she's helping various supporting ISKCON centers in India. People may not know. And now she's interested to come and support us for our temple project. So somebody may ask, why do we need temple, big temple? Why do we need big temple? Prabhupada said, I can sit under the tree, I can preach. How many people will come? Hardly any. So we need a hub. What are we really doing? What am I really doing here? Why are we all sitting here? We need a facility because everybody knows, suppose if you go to corporate buildings today, Salesforce was somewhere, they are building a 10-story or 14-story building in Chicago. Why? They attract the corporate world everywhere. All over, they're capturing the whole market now. That means they need a presence and they need to show that we are big. And they're attracting people. That's one of the corporate companies. What are we? Nothing to do with the corporate. We are, Krishna owns corporate after corporate. Universes. But we don't have a facility. We do need to be sitting under the tree and doing it? No way. So we need such a facility, such a grand temple to support Krishna in his Srila Prabhupada's mission. That's most important for all of us. How? What are we doing is, it's not just I become a devotee. I am not just that. Srila Prabhupada is helping to make everyone a devotee and take him back to Krishna. That is his intention. But do you think under the tree anybody comes? Nobody comes. So he wants to build a temple so that it will make most attractive temple. And people come here, sit in this hub, practice bhakti. How many people, you see, this is what Sankirtan is. Have you seen this Krishna Katha? Am I speaking? Somebody else will be speaking next week or the last before. Somebody else will speak. I'm just sitting here representing Srila Prabhupada's mission. That's all. But he wants, likewise, multimedia. Did we have this PPT? This is so many things going on here. Look at the setup here. Why do we need all this? Same way we need a better facility. Why do we need all this? So we need, the most important is the charity. Charity, we can give it to anybody. What is the meaning of charity, first of all? If I have money, I'll pay something. Even if you see the organizations like, Microsoft, who is this? Bill Gates has his own foundation, etc. He's giving also charity. Why is it giving charity? He may not know, or he may know, but in the scriptures it is said, the moment you give charity, your mind is purified. But just to charity to others, what about your money given into Krishna's building, construction? What happens to that? That is like you are giving everything to Krishna. It's not just the mind. You're coming here doing every seva. That means the whole body is in the seva of Krishna. And whatever you earn, the result from that, you're giving it to Krishna. Yes? So we all have to support that. In that way, we have a nice gathering on 15th. I request everyone to please join this program to build Krishna's temple, which is upcoming temple. You can see the building in the back, how beautiful. I don't know how many people have seen inside. I was shocked looking at, wow. And we want to build see this whole thing. It will be a landmark of Chicago, landmark of America. Not at Chicago, it will be landmark of America. So we need everybody's support for this. That's most important. So, if you cannot follow the regulative principles, engage all the external senses in working for Krishna, work for Krishna's satisfaction. Whatever you are doing here is for Krishna's satisfaction only. So then you will come to the perfect stage. Next, look at this. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act, giving up all the results of your work and try to be self-situated. What do I do? If I have so much money, what do I need to do? Play sense gratification. Correct? With the sense gratification, you see what's going on in this world. Polluting the environment, polluting the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is sometimes thinking, one person is born today, and another 20 years he will become a king. And that king will be captured by another king. And that king says, oh, it's mine. It's mine. And another king will come and capture that king. And it is mine. Mother Earth will say, what? You are thinking about your mine. Who am I then? Mother Earth is thinking. Right? And even a small child born 2-3 years, till 2 to 3 years, it doesn't know anything. The moment 3 years, you give the toy and another small child comes, oh, it's mine, I don't want to give it to you. Who taught that little child? It's all come from, that is all imbibed in our consciousness from the previous lives. That is, I own this. And that is why we are all here. If you want to enjoy the material world, exploit the material world. So it is, even I was a child, I used to do the same thing. And we laugh at the children, don't do this. But when we become elder, we still do it. And for looking at us, somebody will laugh at us. What? So, what I mean to say is, become a pious person, human being. At least, Krishna is giving that, at least become a human being. Become a gentleman. This is what this verse says. And if not, that's not possible, at least say you cannot take this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than the knowledge, however, is the meditation, and better than the meditation is the renunciation of the fruits of action. For such, by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind, which is work without attachment to the results. Karmanyavadikarasya. Everybody knows this. Meditation, knowledge will help one understand Supreme Lord. Anybody can meditate on anything, but meditate on Supreme Lord. And cultivation of knowledge. The one thing, Brahma Jnana Yoga is what they do. They have to read the Upanishads to understand even the Brahma Jyoti form. Formless form. Formless, unmanifested form do you want to understand? They need to read 108 of Upanishads. In Sanskrit, it's very, I don't know, it's very difficult. I have not read this because I'm fortunate. By spiritual master's mercy, I don't know anything about Jnana. I just came directly here. We are pious. It's all because of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. That's all. Then comes how the 12.13 to 20 talks about the quality that endear one to Krishna. Krishna is telling, not just becoming a devotee. Even if I become a devotee, there are a lot of qualities to be, say, become, first of all, human being, that's okay. Then you should be like this, you should be like this, you should be like this. He's giving so many qualities, which I don't have it, which we don't have it. But when you practice bhakti, all those qualities will slowly come. So I'll just give you highlights of three quick slides and I'll stop. Here. This qualities that endears ones to Krishna is attitude towards oneself, dealing with other living entities, reaction when things happen to them, what happens, because every day tsunamis are happening in our life, what will we do that in that way? Then dealings with the Lord. So in any case, this 13, 16, all these verses will say, free from sense of proprietorship. That's what I said about this. I am the controller should go away, first of all. then it's me, mine, that false ego should go away. Free from all distress, free from all endeavors. So you can read the Bhagavad Gita in the 12th chapter, all these verses, and one should be non-envious, one should be equal to friends and enemies, one should be without care. You can see udasina, and one should be silence. What is the silence means? Just shut up and sit down? No. Silent means don't talk anything other than Krishna. No prajalpa. Unnecessary talk, unnecessary wasting time. Silence means just think about Krishna, talk about Krishna. Yare deko tare kaho Krishna upadesh. I am not there yet, but we are practicing slowly. We'll all get there one day. One day we'll get there. Then be satisfied with what we have. Neighbor's envy, owner's pride. We know that. We don't want that. Be satisfied with what we have. And then forgiving and tolerant. This one we have seen every day. Be tolerant when mosquito bites also, let's see. And then purify, become an expert. That you have to see the verses, what that mean is. And one, na sochati, na kankshati. Something happens to our lives, we neither laments nor desires. Somebody will ask, are you a human being then? Yes, we do. That means we still have that feelings, but we don't display that. It will be there because we know it's temporary. That's why we don't have to disturb ourselves. And then the last, engaged in the devotion service with determination and should be fixed. If we have determined, Krishna will help us. And the last, but not the least, I believe, this is, who is dearest of all, is very, very dear to me. He says, those who follow this imperishable path of devotion service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. How many people have faith? Is a question. We are all here because somebody else is following and our lives changed. Life has become beautiful for me. Definitely. I feel that because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Why we are following the path of devotion service? Definitely. Ups and downs are there. I have seen tsunamis in my life, but that doesn't matter. I am still strong. It making me stronger every day, and helping me going forward. So I request everyone to take this devotion service life seriously and chant Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, a quick presentation from Premnanda Mataji, then I will speak for a few minutes. Thank you. In the meantime, give a loud Hari Bol to Prabhu for this wonderful lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna all. First, I wanted to give this check to Shyam Prabhu.
Oh, I have a check?
Yeah, this is coming from book distribution team. Give a big. So, I'm assuming that most of you know that Srila Prabhupada taught us books are the basis. You must have heard about that. And we have a very, very strong book distribution team led by His Grace Bamchidari Prabhu. Please give a big hand. And one of the most important things we do here in ISKCON is distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. And every year we remit the book distribution money back to Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. And last year, right, Prabhu? Last year we have remitted $45,000 So 10% of that is coming to the temple. Here.
How many books we have distributed?
The numbers?
I gotta look up. It's definitely more than 10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah. 10,000 books.
Calculated from dollars.
Okay. So that's that. And moving on to the next, you must have seen beautiful benches sitting there out in the front yard. For the past 3 years, different Boy Scout units have come here and done so much service for their lordships. There are benches with the table, benches without table. They are all done by different groups of students. So the ones without the table, that one particularly was made with a special purpose anyway. So that was done by Boy Scout Anikesh and his team of 22 other young people. They worked here in the freezing winter time. And I think today we have Anikesh and Ananya, his sister, here. She's also planning to do Boy Scout work here one of these years. And their Father Rakesh Singh also is here. Can all three of you stand up, please? Please give them a big hand. Okay, great. So I have we have gifted them with Bhagavad Gita. I already gave it to Rakesh Prabhu. And if Ananya and Anikesh can come here and receive all these certificates on behalf of your entire team, we really, really appreciate your... Thank you so very much. Really appreciate... Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you. So last but not least, this is... last week was welcoming ceremony for His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. So we had 4 Sunday feast sponsors. We had no time to announce. So I'm going to announce their names. Can somebody please pass me that bags over there? Yeah, thank you. Last week's sponsorship was from Alap Shah to celebrate Ram Navami. Dev Iyer, as always, he is seeking the prayers of the devotees for his son Adit's recovery. Hema Sarin was sponsoring for the death anniversary of her father Ramesh Sarin, and Sangeeta Dubey was celebrating for her son Gaurav, who passed away. It was his birthday. So these are the 4 families who sponsored last week. And this week we have Shikha Mehra. They are relocating to a new place and they are sponsoring Sunday Feast. And then Saragrahi Dasi, it's the birthday month of her husband and daughter, Anisha and Sonam. She's seeking the blessings of the devotees. First of all, let me ask if any one of these devotees who sponsored last week or this week is present here. Can you please come and receive the prasadam from Shyam Prabhu? Anybody here? Saragrahi is there. Yeah. So please chant the holy names of the Supreme Lord after me so that we can pray to their lordships for the spiritual progress of all these all the devotees who have sponsored Sunday Feast. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And if anyone would like to sponsor in the coming weeks, please contact Ramdas Prabhu or Shyam Prabhu. I'm going to pass this mic on to Shyam.
Thank you, Mataji. I will take another 5 to 7 minutes to run through a quick presentation for temple construction. But before I go for temple construction, I really, really want to thank this book distribution team and the amount of effort they put in distributing Lord Krishna's message, Srila Prabhupada's message throughout by distributing 10,000 books. Can you imagine, like in the Chicago land and this Naperville suburb, are there people left still? There are more people to give book? Yeah, so please join us. Let's have these books everyone's house, everyone's home. And our hope is that one of them likes this and one of them comes here to accept ISKCON. So once again, thank you, our book distribution team, for everything you are doing. This presentation, you can see Srila Prabhupada sitting over here, and I picked Prabhupada has various pictures, various faces, and and some of them are not very happy. He's like, you look at it and say he's angry. But I picked the most smiling one that I found. But I was thinking someday, he will come and he will start liking us. And look at it, he's here now. So I will bring it down here. I will just, I've done. My job is done. Prabhupada, we have a smiling Prabhupada here, and that he will guide us. So thank you, Prabhupada, for coming. All right, so just want to give you, some of you may not know the phase 2 temple construction. Something behind you, behind your back, amazing temple is coming, I tell you that. And give the credit to Premda Mataji, Damodar Leela Prabhu, and everybody else who worked. Not an easy task, It's very easy to say, oh, you have money, you build it. I tell you, I give you $5 million money and start thinking to build that company. Look at the amount of anxiety you will live with. So much of tension, so much of stress, so much of COVID, price rise, not having laborers, all kind of things they have dealt. And we will have lifelong, we should have our gratitude for them to sacrificing everything. But here's the thing. We started with construction and we thought maybe we wanted $150,000 temple. But from there on, we started building. So total price right now, we are targeting $5.25 million. This is phase 2. And phase 2 has 3 stories. Ground floor, you have a hall and kitchen. Next floor is deity hall and deity install. And on the top floor is the classrooms and meeting rooms and everything. Wonderful, wonderful. But then this money, we took loan, and loan was considered that it was supposed to be $4.25 million. So about $1 million price increase. So that's $2.45 million loan, and we raised since then, for this phase, there were other phase, we raised another $1 million. So about $1.65 million we raised and gave it back. We have a gap of this $1.1 million. $1.1 million we need to get this project completed. By the way, even I didn't know where the money will come. In fact, not I, most of us didn't know, but we were heading towards this to get it done by August. But because of this labor shortage and this supply chain issues, we ran into several issues, and we have super gratitude to our builder level construction. With all these, he has sacrificed to come to this stage. So right now, we are targeting to get this construction done by October or so. But then we may end up into winter and approval. So we are thinking to get the inauguration done around this time or a little bit earlier in 2023. So spring, a specific date depending upon what the recommendation we get from our senior Vaishnavas, we will do that. So this is $1.1 million we need to get this temple done. Here's the thing. To get this temple done, I think we know who the Hema Malini is. At least I don't want to give the introduction, but we are super, super lucky to have people like her come to Naperville. Super lucky. She doesn't go. She doesn't have to go. Why does she have to travel 20,000 miles and come to that? But somehow for 18 months, one of our devotees, some of you know Sangeeta Kapoor Mataji, has been begging her to somehow she has some contact, and through that she was able to convince. And now Hema Malini ji is so happy. She's so excited. She said, no, I will come. I will do this. I really want to tell. And we were like, oh, you are coming. That is certificate. Why you want to do so much? But being that devotee, she's not coming as a film star. She's not coming as an actor. She's coming as a devotee. So devotee bhavana, the bhav came that it's so difficult. I know these people are struggling. Let me go and help. So she's coming, and with that, we also have Sara Saraswati. We will be doing her program. She's fantastic. Some of you watched on last year, May 15th. She will be doing her performance. And this is an Asiana banquet hall. Here is our goal. We want to raise about $500,000. You saw $1.1 million gap. If inauguration we could have done on August, probably we wouldn't have to worry about that 1.5 million. We know that if people see the temple, they will give more donation, but that has got pushed out. And now you may ask, why me, right? Why you keep asking me, why I'm asking? No, I'm not asking you. Here is my list on the top of the list. You can see your $1 donation, most likely I'm able to convert $4 from community. So as a congregation, you give a little bit. It is important that the bank gets the confidence. Bank feels, oh, these guys are doing their part, then they give the loan. Loan is not like blank loan, right? They won't give you just loan like that. So you have to bring your money and then they give the loan. So it goes two ways. Same way, you give $1, then our committee or our community, they feel confident that, oh, these people are ready to put their heart and soul, then they give money. And we worked very hard. You can see on the top of the list. In fact, we are very fortunate. We have an anonymous donor. He gave $350,000. Our Dr. Brahm Gupta, $250,000. So a lot of that kind of donations are coming, but it's not enough. We cannot just depend on one person. We all have to do our part. And our goal is to raise about $500,000 so that the risk is reduced. And this we can do very easily. Just let's all together, we can do. Not everybody has, one person has to do everything, but jointly we can do together. My request is about 15 to 20 tables coming from this congregation. And you can do it very easy. So per table is about $2,000. You commit, find 10 people, let them give $200. If they don't give, you try to match. If not, that also is fine. Whatever you can do is fine. But there's no one who can say that he or she doesn't know 4 or 5 families, 4 or 5 people in their surroundings. And if you don't know, then call me. I will give you some other who you can talk, you can work with me. But please help. And here is the reason why I'm asking $2,000 per person. Per person, average cost is $90. Per person, organizing such level of program is $90, $47 just on the food that I'm giving to ASEAN. So it's one of the best program, but we want to ensure that everything is perfect, right? And we are doing that perfect. But I cannot make it perfect without you, right? We need everybody. So here's the thing. Even though you are not, I'm not trying to say it sometimes doesn't look much easy. I wish somebody could give me, or Prabhu, I'll take care of $500,000, I get you for that. That would have been very nice. But doesn't work out that way. You will still want some transaction. Instead of $2,000, how about, let's do $150, $1,500 today for per table. I made it very easy for everyone. Just $1,500 for 10 people, $150 per person. But I really need it today. We need to confirm to ASEAN, to everybody else, number of people, number of attendees we will have. And this, everybody can do. This is, I mean, again, I don't want to embarrass you asking if you can do it, but I don't know why you can't do it, right? Living in this country, living here, knowing that our expense, so just make that little bit extra effort. Ultimately, what you are getting, something marvelous. So I'm looking at each one of you, no exception. Please come to May 15th. By the way, some people say, oh, I have this, I have to go to marriage, I have to go to wedding. Okay, you go everywhere, but still do one time. What about that? So you make that one effort to make one table and one chair, and then go wherever you want. That is much easy, isn't it? Right? So your chair, I will put Dhananjaya Pandit Prabhu. Kanakabja, I will make many people sit on your chair. So again, very easy. So, but I cannot, if $500,000 is not, I'm not kidding, you have to struggle. If not, you have to beg. We have to stand on the road and start begging. Every car stop and give money. So I'm making it easy for all of us. Let's do it. All right. So here's the thing. These are and by the way, here is further options. If there are various items in the catalog, if you give your money, I will put in this catalog. So there are some items has already gone. Altar is a sponsor, Prabhupada Deity is a sponsor. There are more items available. You can pick and choose. You can do the pledge, whatever you like. But we need you. We can't do it. It's big. And you don't want me to do it. Even though if I do it, just imagine if I have this $5 million, I give it, I will put my stamp on this temple and I will tell who is coming, who is not coming and start guiding. You don't want to do that. Just let's put a little bit extra. Please, please, please give a try. Give your one attempt. You will have wonderful temple that you will feel proud, your generations will proud, your parents will feel proud, and everything that you have imagined, you will do it. So with that, again, Hare Krishna, thank you so much. I have the flyer, you can swap it. I have been sending of the details. You can but register, please register. If it's not registered today, you are paying $2,000 or even $5,000. So, but today, if you do, I am happy to give 1,500. So with that, thank you so much. And there are a lot of wonderful, guests there today. And once again, with Anu Malhotra ji and Bharat Malhotra ji, thank you so much for coming. Please give a loud Hari Bol to them. All right. So please take darshan, and the prasadam is waiting for you. Wonderful prasadam for all of you. Thank you.
Hare. Krishna, give him a small one, give him a small one. Give him a small one. That's all there? Hare. Hey, Hari Bol, good to see you. Hare Krishna. So you get good. Hare. Hold it. Come. Oh. Hare. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Rakshaman. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Paimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshaman. Krishna, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahimam. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasaya Bhutale, Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Quiet, please. Quiet. Namo Vishnu Paraya Krishna Presaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.